So today we're going to review rounding. So before we get started, we just need to go over how we know when to round. So when it asks you to round to a certain place, so let's say it asks us to round to the tens place, okay? We need to make sure that when they ask you to round to a certain place value, that is what we need to circle, remember? That number we circle. Then we are going to underline the digit to the right, okay? Because that's the digit we're going to look at to make our determination of if we're going to round up or stay the same. Now, remember, when we are rounding, if the digit that is underlined is from 0 to 4, we're going to stay the same. That number we circled stays the same. If our digit underlined is 5 or more, we are going to round that digit up that's circled. Okay, so let's do a few examples here. All right, so let's say I have the number 76. All right, and I want to round that to the nearest tens place. Okay, so this is my ones place, this is my tens place. So we are going to circle my number in the tens place. Okay, then we are going to underline your digit to the right. Okay, so my digit to the right is a 6. All right, so I know that a 6 is larger than 5, so I'm going to round my digit that's circled up. Okay, so this 7 is going to become an 8. Okay, and then remember, everything to the right is then going to become a 0. Okay, so 76 rounded to the nearest 10 is 80. And when we think about it, 76 is between 70 and 80, and 76 is closer to 80. Okay, so that's my first example. Now let's look at 834. Okay, 834. I want to round this to the nearest hundreds place. Okay, nearest hundreds. All right, so here's my ones, tens, hundreds. I circle the place that I'm rounding to, and then I underline my digit to the right. Okay, so this is the digit that I'm going to look at. It is a 3. So I know that is less than 4. So my digit circled is going to stay the same. Okay, remember 0 to 4 stays the same, 5 and above we round up. Okay, so my 8 is going to stay the same, and then everything to the right becomes zeros. So 834 rounded to the nearest hundred would be 800. All right, let's look at 1,299. I want to round this to the nearest thousands place. Okay, so I have my ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. I'm rounding to my thousands, so I circle that place. Look to my right, underline that digit. It's a 2. Okay, so 0 to 4, I know it's going to stay the same because 2 falls within that range. So my 1 is going to stay the same. Everything to the right becomes a 0 then. Okay, so I have 3 digits to the right, those all become 0. So 1,299 rounded to the nearest thousand is 1,000. All right, let's do some more. We're going to do a couple more. All right, so let's say I have 35,716, and I want to round this to the nearest hundredths, okay, to the nearest hundredth. So I'm going to count tens, or ones, tens, hundreds, okay? So this is the digit that I'm looking for, okay? Look to my right, it's a 1, okay? Look to my right, it's a 1. Now this one's a little bit different, all right, because I have numbers to the left, okay? So those numbers are going to stay the same. So I'm going to have 35,000, okay? And then looking at my underlined digit, it's a 1, okay? So I know this digit right here is going to stay the same, okay? Then everything to the right becomes zeros. Okay, so 35,716 rounded to the nearest 100 would be 35,700. Okay, let's do one more. Let's say we have 452, and we want to round that to the nearest tens place. Okay, nearest tens. So this is my one, this is my tens, this is my hundreds. Okay, so I circle my tens place because that's what I'm rounding to. Look to my right and I underline it. It's a 2. Okay, so it's going, this number circled is going to stay the same. All right, looking to my left, that number is also going to stay the same. And then to the right becomes a 0. Okay, so 452 rounded to the nearest 10 is 450. Okay, so going over our steps one more time. When we are asked to round, all right, whatever place that we're asked to round to, so for example, if it says round to the nearest 10, round to the nearest hundreds, round to the nearest thousands, that is the digit we circle. Underline your digit to the right and decide whether you're going to round up or stay the same. 0 to 4, we stay the same. 5 and above, we round up. Okay? Everything to the left of your circle, if you have numbers, stays the same. Everything to the right then becomes zeros. Okay? So that is our review for rounding. Go ahead and fill out your form on Google Classroom and then turn that in for me. Okay? Have a great day.